Hello there. We've been wanting to get our hands on the new FPV drone from DJI for a few weeks now, but our team has just been too busy. Anyway, we've finally managed to go down to our local DJI authorized dealer and make a purchase a few days ago, and I'll be unboxing it today. For our purpose, we decided to go with the DJI FPV Combo, and we added the Fly More kits as a cost-effective way of getting more batteries. We also added the motion controller. Not really sure at this point if this will provide more intuitive control during inspection applications, but if nothing else, it's a pretty cool thing to have. We've also purchased a hard case from PGY Tech, following Captain Drone's review and recommendation of the product. A hard case is an essential item for us, as we do a lot of field work and it helps keep the drone in good condition. We'll probably do a separate review on this later, once we've put it through its paces. As we aren't based in the USA, the amount we pay for our drone is dependent on the exchange rate, as DJI products are priced in US dollars in many countries. The table below shows a comparison of the price on a relevant OEM's website compared to what we paid. Those in green indicate we saved a little, those in red indicate we lost a little. Overall, we did pretty well, especially when you take into account that we got a couple of reasonable memory cards thrown in for free. It's worth asking. You never know what an authorized dealer or shop assistant is allowed to give you as an aid to making a sale. So it's certainly worth raising the question whenever you're buying an item like this. We'll just unbox a combo today and cover the other items in a later review. Otherwise, the video will be far too long. The outer packaging was made from a relatively thick, transparent polymer, which will provide reasonable environmental protection. I suspect if we dropped it into a lake, the package would float and hold water, at least for a few minutes. Looking at the seal, it provides a watertight barrier, preventing condensation getting in the packaging. This might not be a concern for a lot of people, but if you live in the tropics or even dusty areas, this can be a real problem. The next layer is a rather sturdy cardboard box, which has 3 seals, 2 on the side and 1 on the bottom. These are anti-tampering shields and keep the box closed. They are not all the way around the gap in the box, so they are not a hermetic seal. So make sure that the outer layer is intact when you purchase your drone. It's important to note that the top of the box has the combo picture, the drone, the goggles and the controller on it, and the bottom of the box has the drone in flight on it. Making sure you get these the right way around, because when you open it up, you don't want the drone falling on its head. All right, let's get this box open and have a look what's inside. So we open it from the bottom, pull up the lid, and then we have the first layer, which you can see is the drone and the goggles. Even in the box, the drone looks like it's fast. Very nice aesthetic design, and the goggles look pretty cool as well. So the drone and the goggles are sitting in a foam base. It looks secure. The rear legs sit deep in the foam. I would expect more packaging around the sides, perhaps to protect it if transport got a little bit rough. But it looks like DJI has forgone the extra protection. Not uncommon, as it would disrupt the wow factor when you first open the lid, and it certainly has that. So if we take the drone out of the box, it feels pretty solid. It's got quite a significant amount of weight to it. Very nice feel. It's clearly got some aerodynamic features on the legs. It's not made from carbon fiber, as you might expect from a higher-end racing drone. It's made from a rigid plastic. I would say it's not going to be taking too many hits when we crash. I am certainly expecting to have to repair it at some point. The goggles look cool. Got a little bit of a two-tone colour plastic look to them. They feel very light, which is not a bad thing for the goggles. You want to keep them nice and light so they're nice and comfortable to wear. Let's pull out this foam layer. There we go. Okay, and we've got the controller right in the center, and then all of the accessories in little boxes. So the controller feels pretty good. Very much like a game controller, PlayStation or Xbox controller. And then we have various boxes. This one is propellers type A, and the props type B props. We've got our, I think that's the charging batteries for the, and that's the power brick. And there we go, that's what we've got in the box. If we prop the drone up in a flying type angle, we can see it looks very aggressive. And it's got a lot of industrial design elements to it, so it looks pretty good. At the rear, you can see this large, chunky battery, which takes up a lot of the space, a lot of the weight, and you can see the aerodynamic shape of the arms. Give it a little bit of lift when it's at high speeds. Unusual for drones, but certainly a nice touch. The DJI FPV goggles version 2 look pretty good too. I like the dark grey plastic and the inclusion of two-tone part for the eyes, and the antennas, of course, make them look pretty cool. Kind of like an Ant-Man look. Clearly, DJI has put a lot of effort into industrial design and the look and feel of these goggles. They're certainly not as rugged as a drone, but you wouldn't expect them to be. Here, the weight is important, and we don't want them to be too heavy to make it uncomfortable when we're wearing them. The controller is made from a light grey plastic, and it really does have a feel like a game controller, so it should be pretty intuitive to fly. There are a lot of functionality built into the controller, both these buttons on the top and back, and also on the base. As the image comes around to the front, you will see just about the joysticks are built into the handles, and you just take those out and screw them in when you're using it. There's also a spare set in the box, which is pretty useful because no doubt they're going to get lost pretty easily. So there we have the DJI Combo unboxed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll be doing a close-up view of all the various components and a starting guide in the next video, which should happen in a couple of days.